How's it going, everyone? The Trout91 here for a Football Manager 2017 video. Today we're going to be doing a series with Sassuolo, a very promising team in Serie A. I've done a little bit of Football Manager stuff over the years and people seem to take a warm reception to it. I've had a little bit of a hit and miss trial this year, but I decided to ask Twitter if they wanted to see me do a save with Sassuolo that I had been working on, and a lot of you said yes. I put up a poll on Twitter and you guys were absolutely smashing the yes button to see this, so I thought I would bring it. So I want to upload this on a regular basis, get some regular content up there, and have a little bit of fun. So without further ado, let's meet the team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through the starting 11 and the squad that we've got behind us here at Sassuolo. Something to note is that I thought I had, but I hadn't actually recorded this part of the video in the initial recording from the other day where I played the match. So this is a couple of days after that match. Kicking things off, Andrea Consigli, again a great goalkeeper, definitely the top tier in our squad so far. Luca Anti, he's got very good stats, has a bit of potential to grow, 24 years old, he's got a lot of time in him. He's going to be partnered next to Francesco Acerbi. In his latter years, a lot of veterancy behind him, but look at that. Heading 14, marking 16, tackling 15. And left back, Federico Peluso, obviously getting on a bit, 32 years old. Not sure how many years he's got left. Still got a lot in him. Pace is 15, which is surprising for a 30-year-old. Francesco Magnanelli, an absolute rock and a beast in front of the back four. This is one of the most exciting prospects that we've got at Sassuolo. 21-year-old Stefano Sensi. Already got some great stats going for him, only at a 2.5-star current ability, but has potential to grow into a 3.5-star guaranteed, almost looking at a 4.5-star. Alongside him, Alfred Duncan, 23 years old and has already reached his maximum current ability of 4-star. Federico Ricci, who is actually on loan from Roma, already a great player, 3 stars, potential to be a 4-star player. On the opposite side of the pitch, we have got Matteo Politano, some potential to grow, but already has a great set of stats on him. Gianluca Pagolo, nothing to really shout about. Paolo Cannavaro, again, a solid centre-back. Marcelo Gazzolo, who is a aging right back. Luca Mazzitelli, another guy with so much potential and already looking to be a very good player. He can play in quite a few roles. He is looking like a very well-rounded player. Pietro Imelo, I mean, looking at his stats, very solid player, could do a job for so many different teams, and he has got room to grow, but I don't think he's really got enough to be leading the line for this club. Timo Lecce, now this is a player that I really want to be able to put into the team, but he hasn't got quite the stats that I want. He can play left back, he can play right back, he can play centre back. He's got very well-rounded stats. He's got a lot of room to grow into as well. It's just the marking and tackling that let him down. I really want those to be pushing up to 14. David Biondi, I mean, solid centre mid, but he is aging a bit. He hasn't really got as good a stats as some of the other players. Alberto Aquilani, on loan from Pescara, a good player, but again, I've got so many options in the midfield. Alessandro Matri, I mean, he has got some very good stats, but it doesn't help that he actually did his Achilles tendon and he's now out for 5 months, so he's not really going to feature in this team. Simone Miseroli, I mean, he could contest the spot for any of the midfielders I have in my team. I have got a lot of players with a lot of potential to come forward. Now, this is one of our players who's actually on loan, another midfielder with great potential and amazing stats. Antonio Ragusa, a solid enough winger. I mean, he's going to be a backup. Diego Falcinelli, a very good striker. I'm a little bit gutted he's not actually available for us and we sent him out on loan. I can't actually recall him from loan. Another striker to be looking at is Marcelo Trotta, who is looking to be a great player again, another striker. This time looking at a centre-back, Gianmarco Ferrari at 24 years old. He looks like he could be a very good centre-back. Alessio Vita, not a great player. He's there as a backup more or less. Lorenzo Pellegrini, I mean, what an amazing little player this guy could turn out to be. Great stats all around. Still far off his potential ability. 20 years old as well. So much time ahead of him. He could be an absolutely phenomenal player. Domenico Berardi, you've got to argue, probably our best player in the entire squad. It's just a shame he's out for 5 to 6 months. Christian Del Orco, not really a great player. He's there as a backup, if anything. And Paul Lirola, great potential on him, but he is on loan from Juventus. Okay, so that is the starting lineup plus everyone we have in our squad. I have left out our transfers, which we're going to dive into right now. Let's start with the out. Gregor Defro, and it's a shame that we did sell him on. You see his value has gone up to 18.25. It wasn't the case when I sold him. I sold him for about 9, I think it was in the end, 9 million. I thought, okay, he's a good striker. He actually hasn't got any more room to grow into. I don't think there's much worth in holding on to him. We've got so many people who could replace him, and I think we could probably buy someone. So after we sold Greg, we had about 9 million plus, I don't know, 5 or 7 million, and I was like, okay, we've got to get potentially a spearheading striker. We've got to get fullbacks. We've got to get wingers. I settled on Vincenzo Ranella. I don't think he's an amazing player. I don't think he's going to steal the show. I think if you look at his stats, he's got a lot of potential in what he could bring to the team. My only worry is because we're playing with a wing formation and we're going to need our centre mids to get involved in the gameplay. Positioning of 9, teamwork of 7, vision of 8, work rate of 6 does worry me slightly. Our next purchase was Nicholas Frey at right back, and Nicholas Frey, he didn't come for very much. Next up, Jeremy Morel, who came for £475,000. 32 years old again. I think he's got some good stats for what could be a backup left back. I'm throwing a wild card out here now. Gary Hooper. I've seen him on FM for a few years now. 3.7 million he cost me. I think he's an adequate substitute for Ranella, depending on what happens if he got injured or if we needed him to come off the bench or if we needed a second striker. He might not have great positioning, but his teamwork's good. Vision, work rate. I think that when it comes to that link-up play with the wingers, I think he might get on better. This is one of those transfers when you look at the pure stats and how versatile he is. He can play on the left and right of the wing. He can also play centre attacking midfielder if I needed to. Now finally, Bosko Jankovic. Again, this is just purely in case I needed the extra legs. Our first game is a Europa League qualifying match. Now we've obviously got to go through the gauntlet to get into the actual Europa League itself. Away in the first leg against Aberdeen. Apply advice to the team. Adam Rooney is obviously someone I like to make sure that the striker's always got tight marking closing down, and then make sure that this right back doesn't overlap. So I'm going to make sure he's closed down as well as the left back's getting quite high up there. Let's turn some instructions on. I actually forgot to do this. We are away from home, so I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. Ask them to tight mark, close down, and get stuck in. I always do that. But yeah, let's play out of defence. I don't want to exploit the flanks quite yet. I want to see how we get on. Just go out there and relax, play a natural game. It seems to have not a very good effect on them. Right, we're kicking things off. So, we are playing that 4-1-2-3 formation. It seems to be a very overpowered formation this year. The 4-1-2-3, it seems to be a formation that is very good on this game, and a lot of the computer teams tend to use it, and I've tried it quite a bit myself, and it does tend to be successful. I also find the 4-4-2 is quite successful, which is why I have got it there being trained on just in case, and the 4-2-3-1 is just a solid formation if you ever needed to, lock out a game. I've gone with the 4-1-2-3 because we've got some very talented attacking midfielders. Obviously, we're already out injured at the moment, but he will come back. We've got Ricci and I believe it is Politano on the wings, who are very, very talented players. Oh, Duncan's in through on goal, goes for the shot and opens things up with a rocket into the top corner, I think that was. Alfred Duncan, welcome. 23-year-old Ghanaian opens the scoring against Aberdeen with some fantastic little move there. I think Ranella with the assist. As you can see, Ricci on this right wing, just dragging everyone in. Ranella finds the ball and a little side touch. Gets it to Duncan, who unleashes on that left foot into the top corner. Let's tell them, well done, lads. Pat on the bum for them, get them in the mood. Anyway, I was just saying that the 4-1-2-3, we've got some talented wingers, as you saw there, Ricci and Politano. We've also got so many central midfield options. I wanted to make sure we did pack out some of our best players and players with the most potential into the team as much as we possibly could. So I think that we needed a formation that, showed off our best talents, which is our attacking midfielders and our centre midfielders. Whether it will work out long term is exactly what we're trying to find out here. It seems to be going okay at the moment, and some good defending there does keep us from conceding. Antonelli, Ranella, Duncan. This is some good passing. I think we should try and probably... Oh, Politano's going all the way! Oh, that is a dreadful shot. Just complimenting a wing play. Peluso on the edge. Go on, have a crack. Oh, that's terrible. I want us to hit more crosses. We're not actually hitting any crosses, so I'm going to ask them to use the flanks and hit early crosses a little bit more. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. Rooney. Let's tighten up there. Playing some good football. Duncan again tries to unleash, but Lewis catches that one. Sensi. Ooh. Oh, wow, what a free kick. Sensi comes out with a blinding little free kick to get things going. 35 minutes up, and we are 2-0 in the lead. Sensi, let's have a look at this. On the right foot, over what was a very shambolic wall. Actually dips onto the floor, and the keeper just can't do anything but parry it into the side net, and we're up 2-0. Looking commandingly in the lead. Passionate. Give them another bum slap. Yes, they love that. Got very tender bum cheeks. All right, well, that was a good half. 2-0 up. I'll take that. I'm very happy with the way things are going. I don't think we need to make any real changes, and let's just head straight back out there. I mean, things are looking very good for us. 2-0 up, away from home. That's 2 away goals. Oh, what a tackle. Nicholas Frey. Ricci fires Ranella. Ranella, what's he going to do? Not much, apparently. I've picked this formation, as I said, to kind of complement the fact that we've got such good attacking midfielders and very good centre midfielders. But I'm not too convinced that we're really getting the most out of this formation. They have gone free at the top, though, which is a bit surprising. I am just worried that, obviously, this isn't tactically the most familiar formation for this team, which is slightly annoying. What is Politano doing? Trying to big up my attacking midfielders. I'm going to turn Ranella to a target man. He's got some good heading on him, and I think that we're not really utilising the wing play as much as we want. So I'm going to ask them to hit some early crosses, play more direct, see if we can put the ball onto Ranella's head. I don't think we need to really change anything. I am just a bit worried Aberdeen, knowing FM, Aberdeen could just get some dodgy deflected goals, something stupid from absolutely nothing. Okay, okay, I'm no longer worried. Tensi, Ranella. That's better. Politano. Ah, his finishing's not been great today. Every time they've got the ball, I'm like, no, Aberdeen, they're going to do something, and then they go and make a ball like that. Well done. Final whistle. 2-0 to Sassuolo. There we go. Passionate. Very nice. Very happy with that. Well done. Good stuff going into the second leg. And all is going well. Duncan, obviously the player of the match with that fantastic strike from his to open things up. I thought we could have got a few more goals in there, but unfortunately for us, it didn't quite go that way. Let's praise little Duncan. Look at that face. It's such a cutie. And it's all looking good. We'll go into the second leg 2-0 up, and we'll be at home, and all is looking gravy.